uncomfortable begins. This wasn't happening in a vacuum. Jake Paul's entire boxing career had been shadowed by skepticism from the start. Early opponents were fellow YouTubers, MMA fighters with no boxing background, former athletes from other sports, aging legends well past their prime. Each fight was lucrative. Each win expanded his platform. Hardcore boxing fans watched with folded arms, unconvinced. To them, it felt curated, manufactured, entertaining, but not sacred. The Anthony Joshua fight was supposed to settle that. A real heavyweight, a real risk, a real consequence, and in some ways, it did. Paul paid the price physically, but the fact that it took 6 rounds reopened every old wound in the sport's psyche. Boxing has lived with corruption, fixes, and scandals before. It has survived them, but not without scars. When people sense patterns, even if those patterns are coincidental, the trust erodes fast. Other voices joined the conversation. Analysts warned that celebrity boxing had gone too far, that crossover fights blur accountability, that when entertainment and danger collide, someone eventually gets hurt badly. Teddy Atlas called the Tyson fight embarrassing. Others pointed to the absurdity of massive paydays compared to fighters grinding in obscurity. The optics were ugly, regardless of intent. Anthony Joshua, for his part, handled the aftermath with restraint. He credited Paul for toughness, acknowledged his persistence, and showed respect. There was no gloating, no dismissal. From Joshua's perspective, the job was done. He fought, he won, he moved on. But the noise followed anyway. As weeks passed, the controversy refused to die. Clips resurfaced. Quotes were dissected. Rogan's comments about jail time were replayed and debated endlessly. Was he speaking hypothetically? Was he overreacting? Or was he saying what many were thinking but wouldn't say out loud? The boxing world split, not just over Jake Paul, but over what boxing should be allowed to become. At the core of it all sat a single, uncomfortable truth. Boxing is dangerous even when done correctly. When shortcuts, spectacle, or blurred incentives enter the equation, the margin for error disappears. Jake Paul didn't fake that knockout, Anthony Joshua didn't fake that punch, but the ecosystem that produced the fight was fair game for scrutiny. And that's why this story refuses to settle. It isn't just about whether